Okay, I'm going to close out the Hypershade for right now. And here we are back in our scene. I'm going to turn off the grid by going up here to the little grid box. Turn that off. And let's go ahead and create our first material. Well, what is a material? A material is basically, it's a set of instructions that tells the computer how to render the surface of a 3D geometrical object. That's what a material is, the short version. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a material for this. We're going to right-click on the object, and we're going to cruise down here to Assign New Material. When we click the Assign New Material choice there, you can see this whole thing pops up. It should be familiar to you now from the Hypershade. If you notice on the left side of the Hypershade was basically this. Go ahead and up here where it says Blinn, B-L-I-N-N, that's the surface we're going to use first, and go ahead and click on Blinn. As soon as you do that, a couple of changes happen, and the attribute editor pops up with this Blinn 1 tab. Blinn 1 is the name of the material. Let's go ahead and change that name. Remember, Maya doesn't like spaces and fancy characters. My first material, that's fine. And let's go ahead now and change the color of this material. And this is one of those things that when you're modeling, you tend to separate out modeling from materials and textures. You tend to do those things separately. But sometimes when you're making a model, you do want to just quickly change the color of a model just so you can help keep your scene straight. It's a nice way to kind of keep things organized. So one of the ways you can do that is go down here, and if you just move this slider, it'll change the lightness and darkness of the color attribute. Or you can click on the color box here and go ahead and using this any combination of color wheel, slider, RGB sliders for all of you DMF people, you know what that means. You can mix exactly the color you want here. And there we go, some lovely teal. And we're done. And we've changed the color of this plane. Now that will actually render out in that color. So when you make changes to the material color, you're actually making rendering changes to the object.